Hello guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dolapo, and on my channel I film about various fully funded scholarships for international students. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a fully funded scholarship from the University of East Anglia. Now this scholarship is currently available for you to apply to if you'd like to study in the University of East Anglia in September of 2025. Now before we go ahead to talk about this scholarship, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please kindly do so. Alright, now let's start. The University of East Anglia is offering a fully funded scholarship called the David Sainsbury Scholarships in Global Plant Health. Now, it says here that the Sainsbury Laboratory offers the prestigious David Sainsbury Scholarships in Global Plant Health to a limited number of applicants on the MSc in Global Plant Health. So if you'd like to study a master's degree in Global Plant Health, then you can apply for this scholarship. Let's just, quickly just look through what this particular course is about. Now, if you have a look at what an MSc in Global Plant Health entails, you can go through the link. I need to show you the course overview, what the course is about, the study and the modules that you will do. It's a 1-year course, and it gives you an idea of what you will be studying at this course. So if you don't know what this course will be about, then you can check the link here, and it will show you all the modules and all the course information. So if we go back to the scholarship, now let's look at what this scholarship covers. It says that each full scholarship will cover the full cost of the tuition fee, which is about £35,450 international fee for 2025 to 2026. It also covers a maintenance grant. Now in 2024-2023, it says that it was 19,237. So you will get a maintenance grant, and also the full cost of the tuition fee will be covered. Then it also says here that you get an additional £4,000 for travel costs, which is subject to valid economy class travel receipts. Now let's look at the eligibility for this scholarship. It says that first of all, you must have gotten an offer of a place on the University of East Anglia MSc in Global Plant Health. So it means that you have to apply for the course first and then get an offer to be eligible for this scholarship. It also says that you must be a national of or domiciled in a least developed, low income or lower middle income country or territory, which is defined by the Overseas Development Agency Development Assistance Committee list. So if you click on that list, you can find out if your country is there. So let's click on the list and see. So these are the list of countries that are stated there. So if you see your country here in this list, it means that you are eligible to apply for this scholarship. Now, going back to the information about the scholarship, it says here that there are two types. So it has a full scholarship and it has a 50% fee. So the full scholarship, of course, covers all your full tuition fee, not just 50%, while the 50% fee scholarship will cover up to 50% of the full cost of the tuition fee. Now, it says that to be eligible for this 50% of the scholarship is the same thing. You must receive an offer of place to study, but then the difference here is that it says here that you are not a national of. So that means that, for example, if you're a national of or you are domiciled in an upper middle country or higher income country, which is including the UK, according to this list that we had just checked previously, then you are eligible for the 50% fee scholarship. But if you had seen your country on that list which we checked previously, then you are eligible for the full scholarship. Now it says here the type of course is a postgraduate taught course. The funding type, like we said, it covers your tuition fees and you get a maintenance allowance. The course starts in September of 2025. The criteria, socioeconomic related, so that's important to make sure that you add in your application. This is the school or faculty. This is the course, the countries or region, and then the restrictions. It says here that students that are already enrolled are not eligible for other University of East Anglia scholarships. Now, the application process, which is very important, it says that provided you meet the eligibility criteria, then you will automatically be considered for the scholarship on a competitive basis. So there is no separate application required. So most times for scholarships like this that don't require any separate application, it means that when you are applying for the course, you have to ensure that you submit a strong application when you're applying for the course, which is the MSc in Global Plant Health. It says that you'll be evaluated for the scholarship based on the same criteria that is used to evaluate your application to enroll on the course. So that I already mentioned earlier. So make sure that your application which you are submitting for the course is a strong one. Now, the criteria that they will be looking at is your academic achievements and academic awards, together with showing that you have knowledge or experience or potential of molecular biology, genetics, molecular interactions, data science such as bioinformatics and statistics, laboratory skills, and independent study. So that means that when you are submitting your application, maybe like in your personal statement, or when they're asking about your academic experience, make sure that you prove or you show there that you have some knowledge or experience in these areas as they have required. Now, the deadline is that there are a limited number of scholarships available, and this will be awarded throughout the year, so you're advised to apply early. But to be considered for this scholarship, you would need to apply for a place on the course, which is the MSc in Global Plant Health, and the deadline to apply for the course is the 30th of May 2025 for international applicants and the 29th of August 2025 for UK applicants. So these are just some terms and conditions, and if you click on apply for your course, it should take you to the course and how to apply for the course. So just to quickly look at the course details, just to ensure that you understand what you're going to be required to submit. It says here that applicants are required to submit 2 references with their application, and at least one of these must be related to your most recent academic study. So if you don't know how to write a reference or how to get a reference, I do have a video on my channel explaining how to write a very good reference. So I'm going to leave the link to that video here, so go check that video out. It also says that you will need a full detailed CV in your application. So make sure that in your CV you are putting all of the experiences that they wanted. So for example, molecular biology experience, genetics experience, data science, and so on. Make sure that you include that in your CV. And it also says that to facilitate time for interviews and production of visas, these are the deadlines for international students, and then these are the deadlines for UK applicants. And it also says here that for your English requirement, the applications from students whose first language is not English are welcome, but then you would need to submit evidence of proficiency in English, which is like IELTS. So for the IELTS, you need a 6.5 overall with a minimum of 6 in all components. It also says here that we also accept a number of other English language tests. So let's review their English language requirements. So these are just countries that are exempted from the English language requirement, but if you're an international student, then you can see here for requirements for postgraduate third degrees. So this is IELTS. Then also another one that they need here is the TOEFL. You also need the Pearson Academic English. These are some of the requirements that they need. Cambridge English. So if you have any of these as well, apply for the course. So these are some of the other ones as well. Let's see. So these are some country requirement that they accept. For example, Austria, Belgium, Botswana, they accept GCSEs. East African Certification of Education, Greece, Iceland. These are some countries and the certificate that they accept. Kenya, Certificate of Secondary Education, Malaysia, Mauritius, Norway, Poland, Singapore, South Africa, they accept a National Senior Certificate, Spain, Sweden, Uganda, West Africa. So West Africa, for example, if you are from Nigeria, for example, they accept your WAEC or WASC or NECO, which is but you must have a score of at least C6 in your WAEC or NECO. It is valid for the last 10 years. If you're from Zambia, Zimbabwe, these are also the English language certification that they accept. So it's very important to take note of that. So if your WAEC, for example, if you're from Nigeria and your WAEC certificate is valid at least for the last 10 years, and you had at least a 6.6 in English, then you can use that to apply for the course if you don't have IELTS. So like I said, there are more information on the website for you to see. If you're unsure of anything, you can always reach out to them. They have an email on their website, and you can ask them questions for anything that you are unsure of. So that is it for the David Sainsbury Scholarships in Global Plant Health offered by the University of East Anglia. Let me know if you found this video helpful. I wish you all the best in your application. I do have many videos on my channel talking about how to write a reference, how to write your personal statement or scholarship letter, and so many other videos to help you in your applications. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section as well. If you found this video, don't forget to like, share, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.